Hi, this is Bilal from Speckle. In this video, I'm going to show you the new features of our Sketchup connector. This video covers features until 2.12 release. More features will come in the next releases. If you want to see the full list of features and fixes we have implemented, head over to speckle.community and check this blog post, Speckle plus Sketchup. We have explained everything here. We also explained the workflows we want to enable with this Sketchup connector. If you want to be part of this journey, head over to speckle.community and let us know what you think. So without further ado, let's get started. In this video, I'm going to be using this model that I downloaded from 3D Warehouse. It's made by Medic Engineering, Sliding Glass Door 1. The link to this model will be in the description of this video as well. Kudos to Medic Engineering. Okay, so let's jump into SketchUp. Here we are in SketchUp, and this is the model that we are going to use. I have also added this sofa right here to demonstrate a cool feature we have added. And let me quickly explain what we have in the model. So I'm going to enable tags. So we have some tags here, to organize our model in different ways. The frames are in a layer called frame. We have doors, indoors, etc. So we have 6 layers for each elements category. And then I have this dude that is always facing to my camera. Again, we have some scenes here. Okay. And if I select one of the, frame elements, these elements, they have some attributes attached to them and so on and so forth. All right, let's enable Sketchup Connector then. I'm going to click on Sketchup Connector and here it is. So the first thing you'll realize is that there are now 2 new buttons in the UI. The first one is Create New Stream. As its name suggests, it enables users to create Speckle streams directly within the Sketchup Connector UI. So what I'll do is I'll create a new stream called Sketchup Connector New Features. I can give it a description. I can make it a public and private stream and click on Create. And here it is. Before, what you would do is you would switch back to the web application, create a stream from there, refresh the connector UI, and you'll have your stream here. Another one is adding a stream or a project by its URL. What it means is that now you can get access to streams that you are not a collaborator of. In this video, I'm just going to demonstrate it like so. Even though I'm a part of it, it also works in cases where you're not part of a stream. Okay, so let's switch back to SketchUp. I'm going to click on Add by ID, paste the URL, click on Add, and here is that stream. The name of the stream is Physiotech. Here, I'm going to switch back to Web Application and Physiotech. Here we go. The next one is adding branches within the desktop UI. So if you hover over the branch, you'll see that there's a new plus button right next to it. If you click on it, this dialog enables you to create branches/models directly within the connector UI. So I'm going to create a new branch. I can also give it a description and click on Create. And here it is, the new branch/model created directly within the connector UI. All right, so these are some of the UI changes. And another big one is that there is now a settings dialog here. Let's enable that. And as you can see, there are a bunch of settings that we have control over. We can switch between, dark mode and light mode. We can enable certain settings here. We have combine faces by material under mesh, which I'm going to explain in a second. And another one is including entity attributes on send. Again, if you want to include attributes attached to geometry, you can control them. You can control if you want to send attributes attached to edges, faces, groups, or components individually, or for all of them. And when it comes to receive, if you want to merge co-planner faces on receive is another settings, which I'm going to explain in a second. Okay, let's close this dialog. And this is basically all the UI changes we have for the Sketchup connector. All right, so another new feature is actually it's part of the advanced settings, and by default, all these settings are turned on. But if you ask me, one of the most important and significant changes we have made is the combining faces by material under mesh. So what I'll do is I'll create a new branch and I'll name this as combine faces. Let's click on create. And I'm going to switch to the advanced settings and turn off this option now. And let's select this sofa ottoman thing. So I'm going to select it and click on send. As you can see, it's converting it. It's now uploading it, and it's a bit slow, right? 17%, 33%, etc. So what Sketchup Connector is doing, basically, it's converting every face in this model into its individual mesh. Let's view this on the web so you'll understand it better. All right, here it is. So each face in this model is converted into a mesh. So you can select individual, faces from this model. As you can see, each face, converted separately. This can be something you want, but we have come up with a better solution. What we are doing is we are combining faces that are sharing the same material and converting that into a single mesh. You still get all the benefits of, SketchUp. Basically, all your faces are preserved, everything is there, but it's more performative to send and receive. So let's enable that option, click on close, and I'm going to send the same model to the same branch. Let's click on send. As you can see, it's already uploading, and 100%, it's already done. How fast what was that? It was like 5 times, 10 times faster. And the other beautiful thing is all individual, items are selected. Instead of selecting faces like so in the viewer, you are selecting objects. You are selecting items here, right? Which makes more sense if you ask me. All right, perfect. So this was combining faces by material, a huge performance improvement for the Sketchup connector. So what I'll do now is I'll select the rest of the model, right? Let's select these, and I'm going to switch back to the new branch, and I'm going to send all now. And in this one, I'm going to show you another cool feature we have implemented, which is scene support. So as you can see in SketchUp, I have some scenes. In this one, it's looking like this. Let's switch to scene 2, which looks like this. And then I have scene 3, which looks like this. So I've already sent it to Speckle. Let's switch back to the Speckle. I'm going to refresh my page, enable Speckle Connector new features. Let's go to the new branch where I have my new version uploaded. And here it is. So in the sidebar menu, as you can see, there are views now. If I click on that and click on scene 1, let's switch back to SketchUp and click on scene 1 just to compare it with what we have in SketchUp. As you can see, it's exactly the same basically. Scene 2, scene 2, and scene 3. So our current viewer support is a bit limited, but we are planning to expand it in the future with camera projection, with sun and shadow settings, and etc. More, support for SketchUp scenes in the viewer will come in the future. All right, so this was the scene support. Another huge deal is attribute supports. So what we have done is that now you can send your SketchUp models into Speckle and receive it back in another document without losing any attributes. So let's switch back to SketchUp now, and I'm going to create a new document. Let's save it. And here we are in a brand new document. Let's, from Sketchup Connector, let's receive what we have sent. And here it is. So as I explained before, I'm going to minimize it for now. These studs here, they had some attributes. And as you can see, all the attributes are preserved. Hundreds, 4 times 14, in progress, contractor, so on and so forth. All of these studs have their attributes preserved. Another one is that always face to camera components are now supported. What does it mean? It means that you can now send your always facing to camera components to Speckle and receive it back. It is going to still face to your camera. And last but not least, we have added support for layers. If you remember, we had 6 layers in our original document. I've received it in a brand new document, and the layers are here. Though we have a limited support for layers at the moment, but we are planning to expand it in the future. All right, so that was it. We have made some huge improvements on our Sketchup connector. It was in alpha before, now it's in beta. Give it a try. Let us know what you think. If you have any feature requests or anything, let us know in the Speckle community. We want to enable certain workflows in the future. Namely, our priority will be sending and receiving between Revit and SketchUp. So we want to enable, coming from Revit to SketchUp workflow and the other way around as well, creating BIM elements from your SketchUp model in Revit. All right, so if you're interested in this, give SketchUp Connector a try and let us know what you think. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.